Today, we will be discussing the spell Counterspell. Counterspell is a level 3 abjuration spell, primarily used by sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards. The casting time for this spell is a reaction, which you take when you see a creature within 60 feet cast a spell using verbal, somatic, or material. The range for this spell is 60 feet. The only component required to cast this spell is somatic, which means you use hand gestures to cast the spell. The duration of this spell is instantaneous. You attempt to interrupt a creature casting a spell. That creature must make a Constitution saving throw, and if failed, the spell will dissipate. Any action, bonus action, or reaction used to cast a spell that was counterspelled is used up. If the spell, however, was cast using a spell slot, that spell slot is not expended. Now, Counterspell has been a thorn in a lot of Dungeon Masters' sides, and I think we can all agree that Counterspell is one of the most prolific spells in all of Dungeons & Dragons, and can even defy the very gods themselves. Now, this being a level 3 does mean that higher tier spells cast does require a higher DC on the Constitution saving throw for the Counterspell to work. Now, if you cast Counterspell at a very high spell level slot, and it happens to be higher than the spell being cast, you automatically win. However, if yours is lower and the enemy spell is higher, this is where that Constitution saving throw will come in. Now, Dungeon Masters do this in varying different ways, and you can see how very beneficial Counterspell would be. So I ask, what is your Counterspell story?